Welcome Sagittarius to your bi-weekly astrology. I'm just going to light my little pixie candle. How cute is that? I know. Okay, I'm going to put that next to my other angel candle. And today, just to clear this energy a little bit before we do your lovely reading, I'm going to hit my singing bowl. So you may want to cover up your ears. Nice bit of energy in the room for my lovely Saggies. So Sagittarius, how's things? How you going? Yeah, everything good? You are my lucky sign. You are my sign ruled by Jupiter. So normally you've got lots of little irons in the fire or lots of exciting things going on. You're sat there watching thinking, it's not so much me, Pegasus. Then who knows what the cards might tell you today. It might just change everything and change this energy up for you. Okay, so I have done a little bit of a shuffle before the reading. I often just make that note that I don't do a huge pre-shuffle because, although those are falling out, so we're going to take those. Because ultimately I like to just get straight on with the reading and not spend too much time doing it. So I do quite an extensive pre-shuffle in between all of my readings and whenever I use my deck. So let's crack on today with the reading. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you. Okay. A lot of reverse cards for you today, Sagittarius. What is going on? What's it got to tell us? Okay. Just remove my wand out of the way. Can you see my little wand? I've been showing some of the readings this. This is selenite, I believe. Beautiful crystal that my friend Vixie bought me. And yeah, it's my special wand for when I'm casting my spells. I actually make spell kits and I sell them on my website. And I do children's ones and some adult ones. So yeah, go and have a little look. They're beautiful little handmade kits and they contain all sorts of different ones depending on the spell. Like crystals and candles and incense sticks and talisman and things like that for you. And they're really fun to use. Great for kids as well. And make, yeah, super little presents. Even for Easter, something a bit different if you don't want your little ones to be pumped full of sugar. Who knows though, that's quite nice as well though. Anyway, so I'm gonna get on with my readings, but any of the readings that I do, because I also do a weekly spell check that you might also want to go and have a look at. That's like a weekly energy read, and as well as these bi-weekly astrology readings that I've been doing. I also have a daily oracle that I put out on my Instagram. So yeah, it might be worth having a look at some of those things. They might be something you're also interested in. So do take a look, Sagittarius. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, this feeling of this energy, this King of Swords, okay. Now, King of Swords, so this is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. So yeah, you know that you're a fire sign, as we know, Sag. So maybe this is the energy of you, this King of Swords. And this King of Swords is somebody that's very powerful, an amazing communicator, somebody who is very diligent and understands what needs to be done in order to get things right. And to make sure that the things that you are doing are going to plan and a very well thought out person, the King of Swords. So this can be a man or a woman, depending on your gender. Oh, okay. So we had quite a few jumping cards today for you, Sag. So it's quite a lot of active energy. Are you very jumpy, or have you just got loads of energy right now you're trying to assert? So you had 2 of these. I've just been putting 1 for the theme, but you have you'll know in the morning and believing yourself. So this first one then, when you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. So maybe there is something that you're trying to fathom out, Sagittarius, and it requires you to have some self-belief in order for you to carry this out well. And because we talked about this King of Swords, you know, this is somebody that would be very well thought out. This is somebody that ultimately will know in the morning what the right decision is, what you need to do regarding whatever it is you're asking about today. Now, at the center of your reading, which is kind of you and your energy and important issues or topics that we need to talk about, and this is the Fool in reverse. And this Fool in reverse, for me, the Fool energy is understanding that you need to change direction or do something different, but you're just not ready to make any big decisions yet or make any leaps of faith as yet. It's just not the right timing. And in that King of Swords energy, this King of Swords would know exactly what time to go full in on a decision-making process, or committing to something, or signing a contract, or whatever this is for you. So it's kind of saying sleep on it. Sleep on it right now. Listen to the reading and then maybe sleep on it a while, maybe even a couple of days, and then you'll wake up in the morning with some clarity. And clarity feels like something you need right now. It feels like you're a bit confused. Lots of options. You were crossed by the 7 of Cups. So this 7 energy is, it's really asking that there's quite a lot going on, I'd say, for you right now. It feels like there's a lot of options, a lot of choices, a lot of things potentially coming to the surface for you. And with all those options and with all those choices, there's going to come this need for you to take action. You're going to need to take some action at some point, and it's another thing that's going to need to it's going to be asking you to see yourself in the best light and have this intention that whatever this is for you, you're going to do well at it. And like I say, you are my lucky sign. I always refer to you as your lucky sign, but that's just because you're ruled by Jupiter, and that's the planet of fortune and good luck and all of these sorts of things. And yeah, it feels like you can turn things into gold. You're a bit of an alchemist, Sag, for me, as a sign, and that's a truly wonderful talent to have, right? Well, I'd certainly like to have it anyway. Especially if you can like touch things and they turn to gold, that would be amazing. Okay, so this journey that you're not quite ready to take, well, the overarching theme is the 2 of Swords. This is more air energy. So something's really going on that's requiring you to pay a lot of thought and attention to how you need to change the way you've been thinking. But it's all got very confusing, and it feels like for somebody out there, you had almost made a decision in one direction, and then now something's happened, it's thrown it all up in the air, and you're a little bit confused again. A bit of a state of confusion, but I see that confusion as being very transient. This is going to be a very short-lived period of confusion before you basically deal with this situation and turn it around, or turn it into something very fortuitous. So more air energy, Ace of Swords, the root of the issue. The root of the issue feels like you've been presented with something, or you've been asked to see something in a different light. And you've been gifted. I kept talking about clarity. It feels like, Sagittarius, you're being gifted this vision of something, or this knowing. It's like you understand probably what this is about. Most of you watching this will think, yeah, I know exactly what this is about. Okay, this is interesting. But it's like Spirit and your angels are saying to you, you kind of know what you need to do already. And, you know, you're just weighing up the options right now. Weighing up the potential. Okay. So in the near past, so maybe like in the last couple of weeks, we have this Four of Cups. This is water energy. This is your Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's also water energy with your Seven of Cups as well. And it's like whatever this is for you, this energy around you of change or of going in a new direction, it feels like it's going to be something very good for you. It feels like this has potentially been an option for you for a while as well. But maybe you didn't understand the context of how that choice might change everything you're doing. Perhaps you were in this more negative vibe where you weren't being optimistic about something. This could be a relationship. Did somebody offer you their cup of love in this past area? Was it something that you thought, I'm not really interested in that, I don't think that's the right time, or I don't think it's something I want to pursue? Or maybe I'm just over it. Maybe I'm just over it, they just said. Perhaps that's somebody you felt was messing you around quite a bit. Maybe that was this King of Swords energy. You know, maybe you felt that King of Swords was maybe a bit too much with their communication, a bit full on. And you know, you can be quite fiery and you can take on all these wonderful, exciting new experiences because that's who you are as a Sagittarius. You know, you'll say, yeah, let's just try that. Let's have a go at that. You're quite adventurous. But it feels like whatever this was in life, you were just you'd had enough of it. And that's something that would have just maybe happened or been in your past. And, you know, you felt pretty good about yourself anyway, and you had other options, so you just weren't worrying yourself too much about it. You had these other three areas to focus on. For some, that might be 3 children, 3 siblings. And perhaps this other fourth energy you didn't have the emotional room for, you just weren't really paying much attention to. You were concentrating on these 3. You were concentrating on what was important in your life, Sagittarius. That's what I feel. Whatever you felt was important, that was your focus. And good for you. Good for you. You know your own mind. You're a sign that, you know, spends a lot of time. You're a very fair person. So if you decide you're over something, you know, it's probably been a pretty good reason why that would occur for you to have got to that stage. Okay, the near future, we have this Ace of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So within this leap of faith, or within this decision making, or these changes that they're asking you to make, or try something new, it's really kind of a gift from above, actually. And it's something very tangible. So it could be something that could have financial gain. It could be something that literally you'll earn more money from, or that you will just gain more grounding. So it will make your life more stable, more secure, more safe. At the moment, it's kind of all a little bit on the pause, because it really wants to turn, and then it wants to hand you this gleaming gold pentacle. It really wants you to take it as well. But you know what? That's your decision to make. You're in control of this right now. You're the person that is going to be calling the shots. I feel like you're the person that has the power here. So then we have this 5 of Cups, but in reverse. So this 5 of Cups, I like that in reverse, actually. it tells me that you are somebody in life that's very grateful for what you do have. You're aware of the things that you're very thankful for what you have. And your energy at the moment is, let me focus on what I do have and let me not worry about that it's not, it's out of my control. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to spend time stressing about that because I can't actually control any of it. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Sorry, that's my phone. I'm not going to worry too much about it, and I am just going to take this potential difficulty or stroke challenge or new adventure in my stride. I'm going to take it in my stride. Okay, your environment is this 3 of Wands in reverse. So it feels to me as if you're not looking too far in the future, whatever this is concerning. You don't feel the need to run before you can walk. You don't feel the need to concentrate too far in the future, because actually your home environment, your energy right now is quite balanced and you feel quite good about things, because you just sort of, it's like you have this inner knowing. You understand how this universe give and take, this exchange happens, and you are just thinking, right, let me just sail through this at the moment. Yeah, things are kind of just coasting, but you know what, I don't need to look at coasting as a negative thing. I could just look at it and say, well, let me enjoy where I am right now, because you have like this inner knowing that something really good is coming for you. Something's going to come along and it's going to light your fire. Your hopes and dreams, Ace of Wands, finally in the upright. Something is wanting to come in and offer you this innate fire that you have anyway. So it's like lighting the candle to this awareness. Something wants to burn and it wants to gift you with something very passionate and very motivational for you, that will come along, and it's going to probably come out of nowhere, and it's going to offer these solutions up. Often I do readings like this and people, the fear they have within their ego kind of stops them from going forward, making changes, seizing the day, this idea of carpe diem. But for you, Sagittarius, I feel like you do that anyway. You kind of do that on a daily basis. You don't prevent yourself from experiencing new things, trying different ways, accepting if something didn't work, and then just, cracking on with it anyway, because that's like your energy to do that. But something is coming along that's going to get handed to you, and it's going to kind of light you up. And it's going to take you to a very new destination. A destination that actually you're going to be very happy with and feel quite glorious about. So that feels like you're going to be engaged in some way. Engaged in something that's going to be really good for you. Quite exciting. This position of your outcome, and we'll clarify this, but you have this Page of Cups in reverse. These pages are the lowest hierarchy card for the court cards. And this can sometimes mean waiting to hear from somebody. Now this could be you waiting to hear from somebody in the water signs. This could be somebody Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you're waiting on. This could be a child or somebody younger than you, or this could just be a very immature energy. And it is felt a little bit wishy-washy. Not quite within its power, but it still wants to come forward with some sort of information. If this is a son or a daughter, it might feel like you are kind of wanting them to express themselves in some way to you. and you feel like perhaps they're holding some stuff back, or they're not communicating with you, or there's something you just don't know about how they're feeling emotionally, or from their emotional stability. But it's okay, because will come to light eventually. Perhaps this communication, we had the root here, this Ace of Wands. Perhaps this is you knowing that the root of everything and these concerns right now about this younger energy is that you'd really like to have better communication with this individual or around this circumstance. Because if this isn't a child or a younger person, if this isn't a younger love interest even, this could be some stage of learning about yourself or about somebody very close to you, and trying to find out more. The best way to get to the bottom of it, the best way to express the right way, express your emotions the right way to this individual or this concept. So for some Sagittarius, this could mean a new project. This could be learning something new. And this might be learning something new about yourself and how you communicate or how you show love. It might be that there's been so much fire energy that I spoke of about you guys that there's not been much room for this water energy that's required. You know, the water energy that we had so far. So these are all the cups that you have in the reading. So you have the 4, the 7 and the Page. This 4 is, I'm not really looking at the emotional side of things right now. The 7 is, it's because I'm not looking at it because it's actually quite confusing for me. Emotionally, I've been a little bit confused about what's actually going on here. And then this Page of Cups in reverse is, there's lack of maturity, understanding, or lack of information at this stage. That's kind of what that means for me. You're lacking in the knowledge in order to understand this person or what's going on in your life. You know, the more we express ourselves and the more we share with another, the more we understand. But some people just can be a little bit closed off. It could be your energy being closed off. I did say that there's this King of Swords energy underlying on the deck. Now, the King of Swords is a great communicator, and you know, it's very level-headed, but they're more so within their head space than they are their heart space. You know, if it was a King of Water, we'd be saying the opposite, but it's a King of Swords, so it's kind of more about head space and action than it is about love and heart space. The card does not want to come out of this. I'm shuffling. Can we have another card, please, to give us some clarity on maybe some more specifics, please? Can we have some specifics on the 4 of Cups? This element that we're over. We're over it. The Phoenix. And the Axe. Okay. So this 4 of Cups, for somewhere I kept saying to you, you're just over it. And then there was this mix-up in emotions, non-communication, non-expression, immaturity, this sort of thing. And this would have been kind of slightly in the background. And it feels like this Axe is like a breakup for some of you, a separation. Maybe this is why you had all this potential confusion, illusion of all these different outcomes. And it feels like that's as a result of something being cut down to size. Maybe that was you emotionally, or maybe that was your ego, or maybe you cut somebody down to size and just said, yeah, I am over it, get over it. And then you have the Phoenix. So you were saying, look, I'm the Phoenix from the ashes. I'll just cut this situation off. It's not good for me. I'm going to move forward, you know, with this Ace of Wands in my hopes and dreams area, and I'm just gonna go forward. And you know, these Phoenixes, they transform, they renew. So you've changed your mind about something. And this changing of your mind is why this Fool card is probably in the reverse position at the moment, because it's changed things. It's changed you. It's changed what you're going to do next because of events. These events have kind of put new concept on something. You've got the soulmate card here, and it feels like perhaps you've had to cut somebody off in order to make room for a new connection, and this partnership is going to be like a soul agreement, a soul contract. Something that is going to come in and teach you new things and show you new passionate beginnings. I then had the engagement card on there. So this could be this new person coming in. If they're not already in, this is your near future. So if you have just come out of something, potentially you're heading now towards better alignment, to a soulmate energy that could lead to an engagement ring, a partnership, a commitment. It says on this card, eternity, completion, union. Is that where you're heading, Sagittarius? It sounds quite good to me. I mean, look, any breakup takes its toll on us, it really does. But I think once we get to the point where we realise that perhaps that scenario wasn't the best for us anyway, you know, and you have got your Five of Cups in reverse, so it's like you're not sitting there crying over this. You're not, you know, going to spend months or years being single or you know, beating yourself up about it, because actually you've realised, actually I'm quite a good person. I actually had my cups in line, and yeah, I'm going to learn from it. There's things I can definitely take away, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's asking you to make healthier choices, and this can be healthier as in better choices. You know, more balanced, secure choices for ourselves. Sorry, just had to have a little sip of my coffee. More balanced choices that are going to result in you believing in yourself more. And this is why this card here, you'll know in the morning. For some of you, you may not be at this point yet. And this bi-weekly is hit on where you're going. Perhaps you're figuring out that next leap of faith, and perhaps you're figuring that it doesn't involve a certain person. And it's time to cut them out of your life with that Axe card and that King of Swords. The King of Swords will make good decisions based on what is right and what is wrong. They also are known to cut the crap. Yeah, you can't shit a King of Swords. No. No. That King of Swords is way too powerful. Way too powerful. Okay, can we have from my Island Wellness deck something that tell us a little bit more about this outcome, this Page of Cups, this communication blockage with somebody. Perhaps that was there's too many there. The cards of wedding rings just popped out, so now we have engagement and wedding rings. I see. I see, Sagittarius. This is why you weren't worrying about it. This is why you weren't worrying too much about how far in front your ships were coming in, because you just had this knowledge. You just had this inner knowledge. And then as I'm saying that, this mirror card jumped out. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships, reflect, wounds, introspection. Yeah, it was really asking you to take a good look at somebody or something in your energy that you knew deep down in your heart was just not for your best. Wasn't working out for your best, highest outcome in life. Somebody didn't have your best interests at heart, and that's what I was trying to get out. Guys, that's what I was trying to articulate. So yeah, maybe the fact that I was trying to get my words out and articulate is that this somebody played games. They weren't straight with you. They weren't honest. Somebody is just not being completely and utterly upfront with you. Not been straight with you. Somebody has tried to, I don't know, maybe conceal. Maybe they weren't ready. Or maybe they felt that they weren't enough for you. But holding this mirror, sort of the aftermath, holding the mirror after the events, is going to make you realise that, yeah, this probably wasn't the right thing for me. This wasn't actually my happiness. My happiness didn't look like X, Y, and Z, but I thought it did. I thought it was going to. This engagement, wedding card, and soulmate card, all three of them kind of came out when I was trying to clarify this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like that stuff's coming for you. Feels like Spirit needed to clear the pathway, whatever this was. You know, expel all these options. So you come into alignment fully, and when you do, this Fool turns around and there's this inner knowing that you know what's right for you and what isn't. Okay, I'm going to now pull you one from my Witchwood Oracle, and this is pretty much to close up this reading for you, Sag. Got this feeling that you are in your power though. You know, what some of the energies I've spoken about are quite heavy, and I've talked about them like, oh yeah, it's no problem for Sag, it's no problem for you. And I know that isn't 100% everybody, that won't be everybody, but Spirit is saying to me that the reason that I'm expressing it in that way is because that's where you'll get to with this. That's exactly where you'll be eventually. You'll be in that energy of that King of Swords. You'll understand what was right or wrong for you, and you'll feel no way about it. You will feel no way about it, Jose. Okay. Can we have... I didn't ask for 4, I asked for 1. Can we have some clarifications? And then there's just another little side message before I pull this oracle. Angels are saying to me, for some of you that are a bit sad that something didn't come to its full fruition, or something didn't quite deliver, they're saying that, you know, they sit with you sometimes, and they've known when you've felt sad, and they know when you've just kept rolling with life and getting up every day because that's who you are. Let me just get on with things, let me get on with things. But you know, there's another side to you too, Sag, that's very deep and is can be very sensitive. You know, very sensitive when things don't work out quite as we would like them. The angels are saying that they've sat with you, they've seen when you're at a moment of sadness, and they're just telling you that, you know, this journey, when you continue this journey and you get to the end of it, you will see why a lot of things have happened, and you will understand them. And if this is all of what I've spoken about, for some of you, this won't be love specifically. This will just be something that you really threw yourself into, and the results weren't as you would have liked them to be. Something let you down. Something didn't feel right. And that could have been, for some, this could have been something that happened in your place of work, they're saying. Angels are saying to somebody, if that foul play or that misconduct that's happened at work, it might feel very real right now, but you've done the right thing to step back from it for your own well-being, to sort of like not enter into it. And you will be this phoenix from the ashes. And if some of you have left something because it was just not good for your mental health and it was making you feel bad, you're going to cut it out. And this, you know, girl with these 4 of Cups, this could be relevant to what I've just mentioned. And she, see how she's got her arms folded, because she just literally is over it. She's had enough. And she's deciding for her own well-being, she's not going to focus on that one. She's going to focus on the good things she has, which is her integrity, her talent, her force for good. I'm saying her, but it can be a he or she. And she's just going to regroup. She's going to regroup and know that her Ace of Wands is definitely coming in. Okay. Am I actually ever going to pull this oracle card? I don't know, Sag. Maybe something's taking a long time. This is what this is about. Something is taking too long for you, Sag. And your fire energy is that you're impatient and you can't wait any longer and you've had enough and it's time. Let's move past it now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be assertive and I'm going to take the card. I'm not going to wait for it to jump. I'm going to take the card, be assertive. Wow. Okay, the maze. Yeah, there's that confusion. There's that Fool in reverse. The maze. The labyrinth is closely wound, with exits glimpsed but seldom found. A card of captivity. Okay, so have you felt that while this is playing out, this feeling of being dissatisfied or over something, is because something has left you feeling a bit lost, a bit confused? You know, this 7 of Cups with this maze is definitely illusions, confusion. What's the best way for me to exit this situation so that I am no longer stuck in this maze and I can rise like the phoenix from the ashes? And you being a fire sign and all, that's exactly what you do, Sag. That's exactly what you do. So what I want to tell you then, as I close, this reading is this. This little unicorn Pegasus card said you'll know in the morning. And it feels like you'll know how to rise again like this phoenix. You'll know what's needed, what you need to do, what position you need to put yourself in, what decisions you need to make. You will have that clarity and yeah, you'll make those decisions and they'll be the right decisions. Time to get out of the maze, Sagittarius.